Hi there, it's great to meet you.
Hello, nice to meet you too.
And it's Rhonda, is that right?
Yes, my name's Rhonda.
Hey there, Rhonda. What brings you in today?
So I'm in today. I have a pretty bad drinking problem. And it has caused me to have some legal problems. I got a DUI a few years ago and started drinking again after that. And then recently ran into some more legal problems because of my drinking. And I'm just not able to quit drinking on my own.
Okay. So you've recognized that drinking's negatively affecting your life and it's time to get some help and hopefully search out some tools. And if we can, hopefully help you out with some of the legal problems that you've encountered recently. Is that right?
Yes, that would be great. Yes, I've tried quitting on my own because I know it's definitely a problem, but I don't seem to be able to stay sober for very long.
Okay. Gotcha. I understand. Well, if it's all right with you, Rhonda, I always like to start off with some basic questions, do a questionnaire with you, and then after that, we can talk some more and go from there, okay?
Okay.
All right, first, tell me how old you are.
I am 34.
Okay. And how long have you been drinking for?
About 10 years.
All right. And for you, how many years would you say that alcohol has really been a problem in your life?
Probably about 8 years.
Okay. How are you currently employed, working? How are you taking care of yourself?
I currently have a job. It's not the most ideal job. It's not something I'd really want to do, but it's just the only job I can keep while I'm still drinking.
Okay. So
I
it's
work
kind
at
of a job that you're able to manage at this point in your life.
yes, yeah.
Okay. How are you? Do you have your own place? You living at home, living with family?
I had to move back in with my parents because of my drinking problem.
Okay. So they're aware of the circumstances and kind of what's going on with you right now.
Yes, yeah, and they're getting pretty frustrated with me at this point because it just seems to be the same problems over and over of self-sabotage, and they're just starting to get kind of frustrated with me at this point.
Okay. And so in their eyes, it's time for you to get some help as well.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Now, um, with you, I really appreciate that you came in to get help today, and you had mentioned that there's a lot going on with you in terms of your legal circumstances. What prompted you to make the decision? Was it a strong desire to get sober, or was it concerns regarding your legal matters, or maybe a combination of both?
Probably a combination of both. Part of me would really like to get sober just because I know I can recognize that it's causing a lot of problems and issues in my life. But honestly, part of me doesn't want to get sober because it's just kind of scary to think about not drinking. I feel like maybe I won't be able to have fun if I don't drink. I don't really know how to have fun without drinking alcohol. But at the same time, I recognize that that's all I really do is drink. Um, so it's just kind of a weird combination of things where I recognize it's a problem and I shouldn't keep doing it, but and part of me wants to stop, but part of me wants to keep drinking. And that's where I think that I can see I'm addicted because even though I'm having all these problems, I keep drinking. It's not enough to make me just stop.
Yeah, I really appreciate your level of honesty. So, on the one hand, you recognize that alcohol is a big problem in your life and that it's negatively impacting you. But on the other hand, you're able to be completely honest and say, hey, there are some parts of alcohol I enjoy. There's some things it does for me. It sounds like you use alcohol as a way to not only cope, but to cope with stress or anxiety, but also as a way to have fun and socialize and relax. And it sounds like you're scared to give that up or what life might look like if you don't have that to fall back on.
Yes, yeah, and all the people, all my friends drink. So I don't really know what I would do if I stopped drinking. I don't know who I would hang out with. I wouldn't have any friends to hang out with, because they all drink a lot too. So that's another thing is I feel like without it, I'd be really lonely because I wouldn't know who to spend my time with anymore.
Sure. So you're looking at not just not drinking, you're talking about an entire lifestyle change, and you recognize that you'll have to change a lot of things in your life if you want to quit drinking.
Yes. Yeah, and I think that's what makes it so scary, and I think that's part of why I just haven't been able to do it, is because, um, it's more than just not drinking. Like you're saying, it's a lot of other things that have to happen in order for me to stay sober.
Hmm. Well, I commend you on taking the step to come in. Can you tell me, have you ever sought treatment before or sought help for your troubles with drinking?
I've gone to court-ordered stuff for my DUI and for some of my other legal problems. But I kinda just went through the motions on that because I didn't really wanna be there. I just did it because I was legally obligated to do it.
Sure.
Uh, so I didn't really get a whole lot out of it, and I've gone to some meetings here and there, but I was always kind of afraid to get involved because I knew if I did, then I would probably stay sober, and the thought of being sober was so scary to me that I kind of, um, didn't really reach out for the help that people in AA were offering me.
Sure. So there's some self-sabotage going on.
Yes, yeah, um, there is, and it's kind of been a pattern I've noticed throughout my life, where I tend to kinda do that, and I don't know why I do that. Just on some level, I've continually self-sabotaged myself throughout my life, and this is just kind of a continuation of that pattern.
Hmm. Can you tell me a little bit about more? Can you tell me a little bit more about instances where you have self-sabotaged or maybe prevented yourself from not just getting sober, not drinking, but achieving other goals you might have had?
Yeah, I mean, there've been some different opportunities for other jobs that I probably would have preferred to do, but I was kind of too afraid to take it, so I just kinda let it pass me by, and, I just kinda got comfortable living a mediocre life, if that makes sense, of just, um, waking up, doing a job that I don't really care about, and then going home and drinking, and then just doing it all over again, when I think that I am capable of doing much more. Um, so that's something where I've just kind of missed out on a lot of opportunities because I just didn't really go after them the way I probably should have.
Sure. So there's comfort in staying in what you know, and it sounds to me like you're afraid of putting yourself out there and confronting the idea that you may be rejected or that you may not achieve. So rather than really going after your goals and risking failure, you've elected to just stay kind of where you're at.
Yes, yeah, and change is hard. I have a hard time with change, and it's scary for me, and even though I'm in a very uncomfortable position in life, I've definitely gotten comfortable with living this way to the point where living another way is scary because it's just different, and I don't know, how that would look. I don't know what I would do and all of that.
Yeah. Yeah, I really understand that. And I really want to affirm that change is difficult, and the idea of changing a big part of your life and putting yourself out there is tough. It's a difficult step to take, but it's one that you're taking by being here. Oh, sorry, Rhonda. That's all the time we have for today.
Okay, thank you so much. This was very helpful.
Thanks. Where's my recording button?